Oh, apparently we found out why that Starship SN-10 exploded after landing. Remember the clip? It was so victorious. And then it was like, I'll probably just blow up too, though.
Yeah, a couple minutes later.
Because it's a test. And then it freaked me out because I was like, trying to figure out how long you got to leave one of those alone before you approach it. I'm sure they know. Obviously, these people are quite intelligent. People working at SpaceX, they're like, no. You got to leave that alone for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know.
Like steak.
How long? I need to, it got to rest.
Yeah.
That's right. You nailed it, Will. They got to rest it. I was curious, like, when do you approach it? Anyway, SpaceX Starship program, a very big deal for the company. Still in its infancy. These are test flights. Elon's not crying about it. That's the whole point of test flights. Anyway, here's what happened. SpaceX boss Elon Musk has finally offered up details, explaining why the mighty rocket was a one-launch wonder. Some issues that were already being worked out for the next prototype contributed to the SN-10's landing issues. The spacecraft did land, but it did so it was a bit too rough, the fashion in which it landed, and the landing legs couldn't handle it. Apparently, the prototype crushed its own legs when it landed. And here's a quote. SN-10 engine was low on thrust due probably to partial helium ingestion from fuel head or tank. Impact of 10 ms crushed legs and part of skirt. Musk explained this in an exchange on Twitter where he makes all his news, as you know. He then went on to explain why the helium ingestion was an issue to begin with. If autogenous pressurization had been used, CH4 bubbles would most likely have reverted to liquid. Helium in header was used to prevent ullage collapse from slosh. What a word. I think you said that the other day. Oh, no, you said slog.
Mm-hmm.
Which happened in prior flight. My fault for approving. Sounded good at the time. Whoa. He's speaking in very direct, not a lot of fluff in there. And then he takes...
this is still on Twitter, right?
Yeah, it's all from Twitter.
Oh.
Not a lot of fluff in there, and takes full responsibility and says sounded good at the time. Interesting. So anyway, helium appears to have been problematic. And I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll get it.
That's the beauty of it.
Just a matter of time.
And it's funny that they say, look, it still landed, which is true. It did effectively land, but not for long.